let's go on to useful websites and how you might use that. So just click on it. So these are the commonest ones I use. Arthritis Research UK, where you've got information about conditions for health professionals as well as for patients. If I just click, so not only have you got all the conditions, if you have a look here, exercises to manage pain, there are various conditions and leaflets can be printed out. But remember, I have patient information sheets, exercises here as well, the commonest ones. So Barnsley formulary, here you've got, say, traffic lights, BNF, Sheffield, Doncaster, Rotherham site that we might need, Barnsley Healthcare Federation, telling what practices, what services are available. British Dietetic Association, and this is quite useful. It'll take you straight onto the site where leaflets are available, and if you have a look, you've got healthy eating ones, so that would be helpful, I guess, for weight loss, and then those for medical conditions. Again, I've got some of the main ones in the patient information section. However, there might be some others that you might like. Babies, weight loss, nutrients in food. So I guess people with folic acid deficiency or iron deficiency, these fact sheets might be helpful to print out. BMJ e-learning modules, we're going to come back to this at the end when we have a look at how to access the e-learning modules. Calculator just takes you to a normal calculator for working out whatever, blood pressure averages, drug dosages, etc. And you just click. Okay. I'll show you how to use a calculator. Clinical knowledge summaries, this I find quite useful. Acne, you can just go on to management scenarios and gives you advice on treating conditions. And so you can click any box for any condition that you need. And then we've got Dementia Friendly Barnsley. This is really useful, I guess, for carers as well as for patients. And if you have a look, it's got, say, any events that are coming up. And if you go further down, all the services available in Barnsley. And if you go further down still, these are all the various voluntary organisations and NHS support. What else have we got? Okay, for skin, I don't know if anybody's used this Primary Care Dermatology Society website. I find it extremely useful. And for example, if I have a child with a rash, I just go into viral xanthomas. It'll tell you stuff and for each condition, but more importantly, at the bottom then you've got pictures of various kinds of rashes. Let's look at acne. And again, I guess it helps when we're describing lesions either to patients or when we're writing letters to dermatology. They've got a dictionary, so how to describe various lesions. Diagnostic tables, that's quite useful. So we've got a skin lesion table. So you get the idea, but if you play around and you can have a look. Always at the bottom there's normally pictures to help. I know some people will actually prefer derm nets, so I've put that there as well. Right, DVLA, assessing fitness to drive, guide for medical professionals, and whichever one that you're interested in, you can have a look. You just have to keep on going back to get back to the website. Faculty of Sexual and Reproductive Health. Just click on whichever one that you're interested in. GP Online, keep up to date with latest GP drama going on. GP Notebook, You have access to about 3 pages unless you signed up with Univardis, because you can have access to as many pages as you like. I keep on forgetting my password, so just access 3 pages normally. Barnsley GPVTS for registrars. Lab tests online. It was one of the GPs at the Best event who recommended this to be put onto the website, and I find it really useful. Say for example, if we look at, say, a rheumatoid factor test, and it tells you what is being tested, what does the result mean. So it gives you an idea of other conditions that it might be positive in, rather than just rheumatoid arthritis. It's quite non-specific. So it's useful in that sense. And it'll also tell you what bottle you need for various things. Right, Live Well Barnsley. I think this is done by the council. It's quite easy to go around, to navigate, that's the correct word. So let's look at complementary and alternative medicines available in Barnsley, and as you can see, it's locality specific, and if you click on any one of them, it'll tell you what it is, but below you've actually got details of contact numbers and where they are. Okay, yoga, tai chi. Menopause Matters, MD Calculator. Now, I don't know how many of you use MD Calculator. I've had permission to put this onto the website. I use it, for example, for the Has Bled score. So if somebody's got hypertension, I'm just going to show you how to use it. 1 second, Right, so if somebody's got hypertension, they've got abnormal LFTs, they're over 65, and they have had bleeding in the past. So it gives me the value, and then it tells me when an alternative should be considered. I just put that score then into the notes, because I don't think we've got an automatic Has Bled calculation on EMIS, or I don't know whether you might have it in System 1. So do Wells criteria. I'm just going to show you how I use it. If somebody hasn't got cancer, they've not been bedridden, but yes, their cough is more than 3 centimeters swollen, they have got collateral veins, they've got localized tenderness, they've got pitting edema, they've not had previous DVT. So I get the score, I put it onto the note, I tell the nurse in the DVT clinic they've got a risk of 4, tell them what it is, and then generally they don't cause any fuss in taking patients. You know what I mean. NHS choices for patients. I just get to my NHS mail from here too. Okay, just log in. Patient information sheets, what used to be patient.co.uk. Okay, your Pulse magazine. For more medical politics and of course medical appraisal. Right. So you can get onto other useful websites from here, but let me show you some other ways of getting onto the other websites. I haven't forgotten the BMJ e-learning there. We'll come back to that in our next section. So useful website there, I can type in any website I might be interested in, or if you come down here, I've got useful websites here, so you can get into the useful website with all the useful websites, so not just my top 10 whatever. And say for example I'm interested in websites to do with, let's say, menopause, and then that will take you to them. Now if you want something else, you'll have to unclick before you click another one. Now let me show you another way. So I'll go back onto home. If I wanted to get into menopause another way, so in women's and sexual health, you've got, women are complicated, so you've got all these different breakdowns. So if I press menopause, I've got these options. I can go into useful websites that way, and it'll bring on the same websites. The final way I could have done it, so if I just go back onto home, if I just put menopause, all these menopause related stuff on the website will come on. It's so much. However, if I just go on to websites, then they'll come up too. If it was, of course, anything else I was interested in when it came to menopause, I'd just have to press it and just that section would come on. Okay, so that's the end of useful websites.